Hey YouTube, welcome back to the back room. Today I have a video here covering something that might be controversial, loot boxes. So I've wondered for a while if Marvel Rivals was going to do something like this because I figured there might be some sort of crazy way where they're going to release some really cool looking skins, and I think this might be it. Take any leaks with a grain of salt because anything could change. This could be a scrap feature. We don't know, but we're going to look at this now. This is posted by Rivals Leaks on Twitter. So they say someone brought up loot boxes, so I decided to look into them more closely. It seems you'll be able to convert lattice and units into crystallization, main currency, and Mars coin, blue currency, which can then be used to pull for skins. That's you know, that's where the rare skins might come into play. The rarity tiers appear to be gray, blue, purple, yellow, and red, with red being the rarest and gray likely to be a recolor of a skin. The lottery system seems to be time limited, possibly timed to an event and special occasion. So that's interesting too. Certain boxes might only be during events or, just limited time. Also looks like there's additional rewards tag, so maybe an emote, a play card, or a spray with a skin. Okay, so now if we look here, this is just code basically showing icons for converting currencies, the crystallization, and also that these boxes could be timed, and then also an icon for this Mars coin currency. And then here we have the different rarities: blue, purple, red, white, yellow. And I'm not going to click on these images. If you want to look at them, you can look at Rivals Leaks on Twitter, but I'm not sure how strict Marvel Rivals is with leaks, so I'm not going to click and show these, but it's basically different animation sequences for all the rarities of the loot boxes opening. And yeah, there's some icons and things here, so there's definitely something going on. Also, someone on Reddit pointed this out 3 weeks ago on the PlayStation Store for Marvel Rivals. It says in-game purchases includes random items. So that's interesting because right now there isn't really any purchases where you're getting random items. So yeah, this might definitely be coming because if there weren't anything like loot boxes, they probably wouldn't have this on the final release information. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about this in the comments. If you like this or don't like this. Obviously, Marvel Rivals is a free game, so they have to make money somehow. And especially with having all characters free, they definitely might want to monetize the game other ways than just the battle pass and skins. So if you're not a fan of this, let me know. I'm curious to see how they handle this before I judge it. I do think that this is probably going to be the way they release Black Suit Spider-Man and maybe some other really popular skins. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Next, we'll go into some information because also the other thing is there's a lot of countries that have rules and regulations or even outright bans on loot boxes or gambling like types of systems like this in games. So I'm curious how they're going to handle all of this in countries that basically don't allow it. So let's get into that real quick. Okay, so let's just quickly, this is an article from just a few months ago. Let's just look, some countries have either outright bans or just laws on loot boxes, so it is kind of controversial. China has strict and thorough gambling laws, which includes loot boxes. Developers have to disclose the odds of winning individual items in loot boxes. In addition, public records of prizes and results of loot boxes for the past 3 months must be provided. So I think that's fair. I think companies should have to disclose the percentage odds of getting items. I feel like that's fair. Japan has a number of requirements disclosing the probability, again, like China, and multi-tiered loot boxes must be filled sequentially in order to move to a higher level of the game are still prohibited. So Japan seems to be pretty strict. They don't want you to have to keep buying more boxes to get a certain one or something. South Korea passed a bill and it requires video game developers to disclose the probability. Again, a lot of countries have been requiring that. I believe Apple also requires disclosing the probability. Netherlands, they prohibit the offering of gambling without the necessary permits, and loot boxes were included in these rules, so that's interesting. United Kingdom put loot boxes under the UK Gambling Act, and let's see, they compare it to gambling, traditional gambling. Loot boxes rewards have no real monetary value outside the game and are primarily used to enhance the gaming experience. In Europe, gambling is regulated at the national level. As a result, loot boxes, blah, blah, blah. Okay, yeah. So, consumers must be fully informed about the existence of in-game purchases such as loot boxes and should be aware of their content. France, loot boxes are not subject to gambling regulations unless the items inside the loot boxes have real monetary value. Belgium, I'm pretty sure they're banned in Belgium, I think. Company must have a license to be able to legally supply gambling products and services in Belgium. Belgian gamers are able to access versions of games containing loot boxes in other jurisdictions using a VPN. Yeah, that's interesting. So I think they're banned in Belgium. Spain regulates loot boxes in order to protect minors from addictive gambling behavior. Interesting. Germany, games with loot boxes must have a warning label, basically saying that they have loot boxes. Let's see. Poland, virtual content cannot be considered material prize. Loot boxes should not fall under the definition of gambling. Interesting. So a lot of companies debate if loot boxes are basically considered gambling or not. Yeah. So Marvel's, Rivals leaks here. They do say on Twitter, I've been told they might be, basically cut from the game, but maybe one day they might get added. So again, take this with a grain of salt. We don't know if loot boxes are coming to Marvel Rivals. I wouldn't doubt it though, because games that are free to play and have all their characters for free, they need to monetize in different avenues, maybe other than just a battle pass. So let me know what you guys think about this. Also, let me know if loot boxes are even allowed in whatever country you're watching from. So yeah, with all that, information, take it with a grain of salt. Who knows if it's going to happen, but like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think of Marvel Rivals and what skins maybe you think might come through loot boxes. All right, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.